My feet are getting cold now that I'm not moving snow. Take a look. It looks like I got ice on my tips. Oh no. Luke Nichols' channel Outdoor Boys went viral very quickly, faster than almost any other YouTube channel. What began as a simple vlog about family and outdoor adventures quickly became a worldwide hit, with billions of views and nearly 15 million followers. He became one of the most popular and well-known people on YouTube because of this huge success. It was a surprise when Luke said he was stopping making movies because of this. Let us tell you the real reason Luke Nichols from Outdoor Boys has stopped making films. Luke Nichols decided to stop posting videos on his hugely popular YouTube site, Outdoor Boys, because of all the bad things that came with going viral, something he didn't fully expect when he first started posting videos of his family and friends going on simple adventures in the woods. Millions thought the channel was good, educational, and fun. However, the huge amount of attention that came with its huge fame got to the Nichols family and started to make their daily lives uncomfortable. In the 2 years before he retired, Outdoor Boys had growth that had never been seen before, with almost 15 million members. A lot of this growth happened very quickly, which was a surprise, with 12 million new users in just 18 months. Luke went from making videos as a hobby to becoming one of the most well-known YouTubers in the outdoor adventure niche thanks to this rapid growth. But being famous cost them something. People started to know the Nichols family more and more in public places. Fans would come up to them for pictures, to talk, or even to meet up on the spot while they were grocery shopping or on vacation. Luke said it was flattering at first, but in the end, it was tiring and bothersome, especially for his kids, who couldn't choose how much the public saw of their lives. In his goodbye film, Luke made it clear that the choice to step back was a very personal one. He was afraid that if things kept going the way they were, they would soon be the family that everyone knew when they went to the park, which went against everything he believed in: a peaceful, nature-centered family life. Before fame could fully take away their ability to live anonymously, he made the choice to leave. In addition to the attention from the public, one of the main reasons Luke quit was to get his personal life back on track and make himself more present. Luke has always stressed the value of shared experiences like camping trips, fishing trips, learning bushcraft skills, and working on projects in the backyard. He is married and has 3 boys. In a strange twist, the YouTube channel that showed these family times started to pull him away from them. It takes more than just recording an adventure to make content for a popular channel like Outdoor Boys. It requires a lot of planning, writing, editing, handling social media, talking to sponsors, and staying in touch with a huge audience all the time. When all of these things were added up, Luke said it felt like he had a second full-time job with no clear limits. Even though his videos showed happy times with his family and friends, life behind the scenes was often stressful. Days would turn into nights full of editing and fixing technology issues, taking away from the simple pleasures of being a dad and husband. This truth hit him harder when his kids started telling him about their own hopes and dreams. Luke said that he wanted to be around more, not just the way he was before. Luke got a new point of view when he saw that his oldest son, Outdoor Tom, had started making his own YouTube account. He decided that instead of continuing to be the face of a huge brand, he would better spend his time teaching and helping his son, showing him how to navigate the online world without running into some of the problems that Luke did. Another big reason Luke Nichols quit was that being a full-time YouTube video creator was putting too much physical and mental stress on him. Many people who watched thought his life was perfect because he camped in remote places, built bushcraft shelters, and spent a lot of time outside. But behind the scenes, things were much harder. Weekly production of high-quality, interesting content turned into an unending duty that sapped his energy and finally caused what he called severe creator burnout. Nichols often pushed himself to keep up with the needs of an audience that was growing all the time. This meant filming in bad weather, carrying heavy gear on long hikes, and editing movies for hours on end, often late at night. He talked about times when he had to film episodes even though he was sick or emotionally worn out. He said that he had to push himself to keep up the standard and consistency that fans had come to expect. Over time, his health and mental sharpness started to suffer because he was always busy, working hard, and not getting enough rest. It's a well-known fact that content creators can get burned out, especially those who balance their work and home lives like Luke did. A lot of the time, there isn't much space between work and home. There is also constant pressure to achieve, especially when millions of people are watching. Luke's happiness at first came from sharing his interests. but soon it turned into duty. Luke put his long-term health and well-being first by taking a step back. He knew that if he kept going in the same direction, he would not only be physically worn out, but he might also start to dislike the very thing he used to love. Going away before that point helped him keep his love for nature, his family, and his own peace of mind. Luke quit because he was tired of his content being misused and stolen so much. This is a less well-known but important reason. As the Outdoor Boys channel became more and more famous, Luke saw that many of his videos were being shared on other websites and social media sites without his permission. More than 4 billion people have seen pictures of his family, he said. Luke says that each of these reposts often got millions and sometimes billions of extra hits. More than 4 billion people have seen pictures of his family, he said. Because the problem was so big, it was hard for cops to do their jobs well, but the misuse of his content had real-world effects that went beyond worries about intellectual property. As videos of him and his family went viral, more and more people started to recognize them, sometimes in places or situations he hadn't planned. Videos of his kids that were first shared in good places were now being shared in places that felt abusive or intrusive. He felt very bad about losing control over how people saw his family. Luke finally came to the conclusion that making more content would only keep the circle going. The more of his work was made public, the easier it was for other people to use without his permission. Not only did he want to protect his privacy and the honor of his family, but also his ideas. For the most part, Luke Nichols has stopped being the star of Outdoor Boys, but he hasn't stopped making video completely. Instead, he is moving on to a new phase where he will be more of a helping hand and guide. Luke has given hints that he might have a part behind the scenes for other creators or educational shows. He is the perfect person to help new artists build ethical, long-lasting channels because he has worked as a lawyer, made content, marketed it, and told family-friendly stories. He might one day offer consulting services or work with others on projects that are in line with his views. Getting back to balance is what this change is all about. It lets Luke stay involved with the creative community without having to be its public face all the time. It also strengthens his belief in giving people power. Instead of staying in the middle, he wants to help other people. Luke isn't giving up on being creative by taking a step back. He's putting it to better use in a way that helps his family and others succeed without having to make the same adjustments he did. When Luke Nichols released his goodbye video called Goodbye, the Outdoor Boys group instantly and deeply felt what he was saying. Fans, other creators, and longtime watchers wrote a lot of messages in the comments section showing appreciation, sadness, and thanks. A lot of people told him that his videos made them connect with nature, spend time with family, or feel better when things were hard. Not sadness, but respect was the main feeling. Luke's choice to leave a channel with almost 15 million users was a rare and brave one in the digital world, which is often driven by metrics and making money. Well-known YouTubers like Mr. Beast publicly praised Luke for putting his family and health ahead of his fame. What Mr. Beast tweeted across social media, this was a common theme. Luke became an example of not only living outside, but also living with purpose. His impact includes many things. He made a lot of creative movies, including hundreds of high-quality ones about fishing, family trips, survival in the wilderness, and do-it-yourself projects. Millions of people are still having fun and learning from these movies. It is clear that his influence will last even when he is not in the center. People followed him not only because of the content he posted, but also because they liked how honest, funny, and humble he was. Nichols' book, Stepping Away, told everyone that saying enough and choosing a life that feels truly whole is sometimes the bravest thing a person can do.